Boom! Hello. Hello. How's it going, everyone? Oh, I forgot my hat. Damn it. How's it going, everyone? Do you like my hat, DG? That's the first question I want to send you.
What? What's the first question?
Oh, do you like my hat?
Yeah, why not?
Nice. I love it.
It's a nice hat. It's got a good brim.
But how are you, boys? Long time no see. 2 weeks, as usual.
Yeah, I must say, the 2 weeks killing me. Though I wouldn't have been able to make it last week, so...
True. So it worked out. Oh, you, NT-wise?
Yes, good. Very good. I was a bit worried about this week.
How come?
I had a personal conflict of joining this week's podcast.
Okay, what about?
That being, but I recognise that you guys are now a little bit more reformed. But after seeing your view botting for the last week or so,
my fucking God,
I decided, no, you know what, you guys can stop there. I'll come back.
Yeah.
I
Look,
must say...
Go.
So I don't actually see my view count. I intentionally have it turned off because, like, I really sort of don't give a shit. I know that probably makes me a bad streamer, whatever.
That makes you. That
like,
makes you
I
really.
didn't realize
I
I was
wish I
being
could do that.
view botted until like just like 10 comments just all through. What the fuck's the view count? Blah blah blah. I'm like, fuck you, me.
True. Well, it's all in service of the podcast, DG, isn't it? All in service of the podcast, mate.
Did you guys find out who it was?
I did do some investigating. It was clearly like one of these fuckers down here right now, but from because it costs a lot of money apparently, from my gathering, it was all of them putting money towards it. So I don't know. I don't think there was one individual from what I gathered.
So one of the people in my stream are a programmer. And they reckon that it would have been instead of spending the money, it would have been easier to make your own at that point, like for that level.
Yeah.
But I don't know how that stuff works.
I think they were paying for it by the hour. I know you don't look at the view count, but every hour on the hour, they would disappear. And then my ads would play.
Oh, really?
And then they'd come back again, but the number would be changed because they'd pay for a different amount. Right? Because, like...
I still got 3K followers that are going to have to get purged by Twitch.
Yeah, I know, right? Same. So...
But apparently I got up to like 100K or something at one point. I was like, what the fuck?
No way.
100K views?
Yeah, so someone...
I think your height, I saw you at 30K.
Yeah, it was around 30K. You were like the top of every category that you were like...
You're on top you're on top of WoW, which was fucking insane.
Yeah, like... fucking Peekaboo and I don't know who else was live, but like a couple huge WoW streamers were live and you were like above them. The screenshot of it is pretty funny.
I mean, I should be bigger than them.
True.
That just checks out.
Yeah. Well, I put like a big logo above my head saying like I'm getting view botted, like just a text thing.
I don't understand.
No, I had to pin something in my chat because people would just come down.
Yeah,
like,
I think that's the smartest way to go. How you guys handled it was like perfect. And then from then on, there's like no negatives in my mind. I'm trying to work out how that's like a troll.
Yeah,
I don't understand it.
I don't know, just to watch the reaction.
Banned, but like.
Yeah,
I don't understand why anyone would view bot himself to that level. Like, there's no need for it.
Well,
like, if
yeah.
you're gonna view
you guys aren't doing it yourself though, right?
Well, Darkgale doesn't have the money for 34K view bots that you got to pay
how much,
on the hour.
That's the issue. It's different.
How much is view botting?
I don't know. Everyone's like a couple $100
from
or something.
Previous talks about it that it's like 20 cents per view or something like that.
Per view.
It'd be like 20 cents per 50.
I feel like it'd be more than that.
But 34K, that would mean someone spent like $1,000 on you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I have a feeling
crazy.
That maybe my friend is correct and they set up
$6,800, DG, for 34K views. For 1 hour, by the way. Just for 1 hour. I don't think it has...
I don't know about that.
They must have figured out some way, I reckon. Like, some other way to do it, but... Yeah,
and like
you reckon
everyone
I got 6
wins.
grand
like,
an
Twitch
hour?
isn't going to ban you for that, by the way.
Fucking hell.
There's no way they would ban you over that.
Yeah.
Like they win out of the scenario.
If you were doing it yourself and they had proof of it, they definitely would.
I didn't even reckon, because they benefit from it.
I don't know
How, though?
about that.
Because it includes in there, because they'll sell that data to the ad companies and go, look at all these views that we get on there, look at all these hits that we get on our website.
Well, that was the argument as to why Kick was doing it, but it turned out it wasn't.
Well, they don't have any ads though,
and you could just have multiple.
Oh, I guess they. Yeah.
You could have multiple. What do you call it? Multiple browser tabs open, and that was counted.
Or Amaju's claiming in the chat that he was paying 6 grand an hour to do it for you, DG. So I didn't know you had money like that, Amaju, mate.
Yeah, do you want to give me some of that, dude? I could get.
Yeah, why don't you just like
and not cringe up?
Yeah, exactly. Gift Dark.
Whoever was doing it, they've run out of money anyway. So
yeah,
stopped,
exactly. So, well, should we get to our first official
inheritance wasted? You reckon?
Point or what?
Sure. What is it?
Well, on the running sheet here, I got OnlyFangs drama, Jay Beezy ninja looting. Okay, I don't know if everyone saw it.
That is one of the stupidest things I've ever seen, by the way.
Yeah,
play the
crazy.
It is insane.
So,
I couldn't find
from my understanding, he did it because he didn't win the Leaf.
The sinew on. Oh, was
yeah.
Leaf?
Sorry,
he said sinew, but
it was sinew. It was sinew.
But Sinew's up. So Leaf is a 50-50 drop. Sinew's 100%. You get a Sinew every 5 days from Anixia. There's no reason to care about Sinew.
Well, that kind of brings me to the point where I think because I didn't know this, but he's mates with Sadako.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Apparently, that's how he got into the guild, right? And it kind of makes sense because. Sadako's the wanker, and this guy seems like he's a wanker too.
Ninja looter, and he made the WoW tier list, so maybe I need to start ninja looting.
Oh, true. You saw my little cheeky tweet, did you, on Denakina's thing?
I do also follow Danica. I'm not taking that.
Okay. Chat, you guys will have sound. I'm playing it for them now, guys. The original clip of him in the MC getting the loot.
Okay.
Is this the same as what was posted for Ntys?
I think it's just a longer version.
So did this guy, is he always streamed WoW?
So that, yeah, I thought, because I've actually played a little bit in OnlyFans with JBZ. I thought he was like a WoW, retail WoW PvP dude. That's how he got in. I thought he was good. Yeah, he's a rank 1, mage in retail. Yeah.
That reminds me, I need to unfollow this guy because I fucking followed him to raid him after Todd raided him one night, and he did the what do you call it? Arg the farms are driving.
Yes, but that was good.
The JBZ guy.
Yeah, there's he was watching the Amelios crash out happen live. Ntys, I don't know if you knew that. He's
one of those people that you have to fucking follow to clip out of his channel. Oh, fuck, that shit does my head in.
Really?
I have that turned on. I'm gonna be honest.
You get trolled though. You get trolled. I get it. You get trolled.
Bro,
this guy might as well actually.
Years ago, it was doxing some random person in fucking my guild. I didn't even realize it got clipped.
Yeah, it just pisses me off from obviously a selfish standpoint.
I'm being view botted.
To be fair, if I was as big as Jay Breezy,
Oh, you are being view botted.
Am I? My counter hasn't updated.
You are 9K.
Oh, fuck me.
You're over 9,000.
That's what you get for talking about.
Give me one
sec.
Yeah.
Copy that.
So it is. Yeah, you're right. So it is. It is someone in chat doing it.
Huge podcast getting all the.
Right?
Look, I'll put it over my fat head. Okay. I just want to show the clip of him deleting the boots before we keep going, because I only showed him getting salty about.
Don't put getting spotted, because it has to go on
no,
YouTube.
DG, because then in the thumbnail, mate, bro, don't worry. In the thumbnail, it's there, so it's fucking fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's only a quick clip. I talked over it. He just deletes it. It's hard to see because it's like under his UI or whatever, but.
So, and then I saw, I posted something today because apparently I didn't watch this raid. I was offline for a couple of days, or I didn't really pay attention to stuff for the last couple of days. But apparently a lot of the guild wanted to kick him. Like, a lot of the raid team at the time. The raid team at the time.
Dude,
and not just Sadako was like, nah, because I'm getting views out of it, which is like so fucking, I don't know. Maybe it's a thing when you become like a full-time streamer where you're just like a slave to a number on a screen. But like,
I am a full-time streamer. What do you mean?
True.
I mean, technically, technically, you are.
Actually, who streams more, me or Sadako? Let's find out.
I would say Sadako.
I stream a lot, dude.
Nah, but he's like 12-hour days kind of thing. Especially right now, right? Because he's actually making money.
Yeah.
So I don't think he really does all that well.
Making money.
I'll say, wait, are we actually getting
he's got that
though?
motivation of making money.
My view count isn't climbing, so I don't know.
You're at 14K now, so
okay. Oh, yeah, they're just updated.
We're killing it, dude. People are loving it.
Yeah, welcome everyone. Everyone say hello to all the
60 hours.
Hey guys, can DJ wait? Can you say hello to ZXW43WT number 2?
Yeah, I can't remember.
It's okay. All our new viewers.
Are we gonna do this every podcast? I own multiple league shirts. I actually brought more recently.
Why
are we talking about? What are we talking about?
He just read someone. He got derailed. He got fucking one guide from fucking chat.
To be fair, I was getting one guide pretty hard last week by someone as well. But what I just want to know what your take is on the overall of the JBZ shit. Because honestly, like, because this gets into part 2 of this. I think OnlyFans is kind of dying now anyway. We got the raids, but other than the raids, it's like, people aren't playing. They don't want to die, like, not in the raid, right? So,
yeah, I think at this point, like, you might see more of this kind of. Actually, no, it's kind of like it's diminishing returns, right? So they can't keep doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But they're trying to milk it for what it's worth. Because, like you said, it's kind of dying in a way. I hate that word by the way, dying. But it's kind of the hype's dying. The hype's dying down, I guess. Yeah. Right. So we might see a little bit more of this, but you got to try and put yourself in the perspective of those kinds of streamers because they're probably panicking. Like, especially like think about like Sadako, who's like outside of OnlyFans, like no one's really heard of him unless you're like really into the WoW scene, right?
I hadn't even heard of him before.
Exactly, yeah. That's even if you are like heavily in the WoW scene, you're not going to know. So people like this are probably going to, panic a little because they can see that the writing's on the wall to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Because for OnlyFans, the only thing I see spiking it again is if like,
OnlyFans 3, baby, let's go.
Not even that. Like if like Tyler like full sends it again, which I don't see happening.
No,
or you'll see a minor spike if they actually decide to actually do BWL.
Yeah, well, that's what everyone's saying in the guild disc is that no one wants to die. Everyone wants to just make it with their character to BWL, right?
But the thing is, though, you have to raid though.
I know, but like people don't want to do Ubers anymore on their 60 and die like midweek before MC.
Yeah.
So that's where it's at.
Because the thing is, like, even if you die right now, you don't even get any return because, like, even right now, I don't, as someone who posts stuff about WoW, I don't really look for death clips at the moment.
No. Like, Lakari was like a big one because he was meant to be raid leading, right? And he died off stream. Oh.
Yeah.
He walked into the fucking ogre boss or whatever.
But like when DM. Like put it in perspective, like when when OnlyFans first started, like I could post a death of like seemingly no one, right? Or even when just hardcore started, you could and you would get so many views and people would be really hyped about it. But right now, unless it's like a Soda or someone like that, no one really cares. It's kind of like
Sadako apparently peaked at 5K with that ninja loot, by the way, now that I got the numbers.
I think it was a lot higher because they did that thing where they all joined together. So he might have personally got 5K, but overall it was a lot. I think I saw it at like 20K.
Crazy. The clip itself got 45K views as well, which is pretty.
Yeah.
On Jay Beezy's channel, not Sardarko's, right? Like.
Yeah, I think my post about it got like 150K.
Yeah,
like,
crazy. I don't know. I just think, like, look, I feel bad for, like, you know, Geely and some of the other hunters, like, right, they lost out on a piece of loot because Jay Beezy was molding, but, like, you know, they want OnlyFans to be content. It's like dying off. That was like a big drama thing, but it was kind of cringe in the OnlyFans Discord as well. Like, all the drama continued of everyone being like, kick him out, get rid of him, like the witch hunt.
The streamers were saying that.
Yeah, like there's like, man, this is like the same shit that happened with the fucking, like, you're a sweat, get him out of the raid list. Like, there's like a small little group of, like, you know, maybe there's like maybe 10 of them, of like small, like anywhere from 20 to like 100 viewer dudes that like have this like mentality. They're just gonna go in on the, like, in the Discord, and I don't know, man. I find it a little bit cringe. Like, as in, Jay Beezy wrote out a full apology in the Discord, and then under that, they're still crying and whinging about it. Like, in the, like, private OnlyFans Discord. You know what I'm saying? Like,
has that died down now, though? Because we're, like, what, 24 hours removed from it?
Yeah, I could check, but, like, dude, so this happened 8 hours before I got home from TAFE yesterday. And they were still crying about it, like, when I got back and I could actually check what was going on. And, like, there was probably, like, a couple hundred fucking messages about it until two of the, like, moderators, like, Soda's mods, had to, like, come in and be like, guys, chill the fuck out. Like, it got to that point in the Discord.
It's pretty dog. Like, I don't know if you can claim, like, oh, heat of the moment. Hour after fucking Ntys, I figured I'd just rage out and steal a bit of loot to delete it. Like,
he's just, I don't know. I find that stuff so, like, cringe and weird. I'm sure he'd be pushing 30, right? This guy,
Jay. Yeah.
Yeah, they really put me off him. I went, oh, he's a
it's
fun
just so,
guy
like,
to...
I don't know. I don't get it.
Can I ask why Jay Beezy doesn't get a one ninja looter, like, free card when Dim's got a couple?
Well, Dim's actually tried to cover up his crime.
Are you talking to Dave?
As in, like,
but the second that Dims is caught red-handed, he didn't get an opportunity to backtrack it. Like,
but
the problem with the SR stuff is it's always he said, she said, and it's
not really, though,
really
when
hard
it's
to,
there.
like,
The shit.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'd
like,
arguably say this was
hard
less
res,
bad,
like,
though.
does the sheet matter? Like,
I think you might be right.
Yeah.
I think that is, like, a little bit. I think this is a little bit less.
What about if it's an entire raid? Sorry, talking over you, Ntys. What if it's an entire raid of streamers that are doing it for content, and taking the item causes drama and content? Is it less bad then?
Yeah, but
like, should there be an understanding?
He could have done a proper mold out on, like, the first. Like, if his goal was all content, I want to mold out. He could have ninja pulled the giants at the start of the run, caused a borderline wipe as everyone runs out.
Yeah, but that's like next level, though, right? Like,
for me, I respect that more than stealing a boots halfway through a raid to delete them. Personally, you crash out 15 minutes after, okay. You crash out an hour after over some fucking boots that you didn't need. That to me seems worse. I don't know. They're both bad, but at least I can respect the first one.
What? Wiping the entire raid on hardcore is better than...
Yeah. Ninja pulling right after the fact, like,
okay.
If you're gonna angry crash out, sitting there going, oh, fucking didn't get my Sydney for an hour just to steal some boots, just feels. I mean, that's just, a limp-dicked approach to crashing out, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, I don't know. Do you have anything
Crash
else?
out hard. If you're gonna crash out harder. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Do you have anything else you want to add to that? Like, how about
I did, but go.
I was gonna say, what do you think though about like OnlyFans dying off? Do you think there's much longevity in it? Like, how long until BWL and then it's like over?
I think we get BWL in the next month, maybe. Like an announcement.
Okay.
But knowing them, they'll give us like a week's advance.
Soda say March 5th or something?
I highly doubt he would know that far ahead.
Yeah, I haven't heard any of that.
There's no way. I would be so surprised if Soda is aware of when the next patch is coming in Classic. Because don't forget, it's not just retail. It's not just hardcore, right? It's obviously for the anniversary servers. I would find it very hard that he would know that. Without signing an NDA, because I've been told ahead of time on retail patches, and I had to sign an NDA for that.
I'm just pulling up Soda Pop and the pitch you sent in the disc, Ntys, because so there's not tomorrow, right? Because that's American time, but on Thursday, our time, there's like going to be some big guild meeting about fucking opening up the auction house. And like all this other shit, yeah, and about
I think they're going to basically do like they're going to lift all the rules. That's what I think.
Yeah,
because they've just become a little bit tedious now, and they can't really, beggars can't be choosers right now. They just kind of need anyone to play. And I do think that they kind of they kind of proved their point, right? Because they said that they wanted to do all these rules because everyone said that they didn't earn their last level 6s and stuff.
Yeah.
So they kind of proved their point.
Yeah. True. Also, it might help. Like if Tyler does try and come back, and then tomorrow or the next day we find out like he can just buy a bunch of shit off the AH, right? Like. Get boosted.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a part of me that thinks that they're doing that now anyway.
What, behind the scenes?
Yeah, I reckon. Like
who?
Do you honestly think Soda's like still checking up on people's fucking add-ons?
Oh, not really, but also
it should be automatically reported, right?
Yeah, it does. If you go on the auction house and buy something, it tells you in the fucking guild chat.
No, but because you bet just removing the add-on, buying them, putting it back on.
No, because it takes a snapshot of all the shit you've got. So if you turn it off, buy something, and then you've got like a fucking epic item in your bag and 100 less gold.
And he's like sent a message or something that's happened.
You turn the add-on back on, it fucking shows it shows the difference in the as in the guild chat. It's like add-on just got turned on. This is the change.
Oh shit! Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay.
Like of what it is. So
unless they've got
because there was that really small streamer, or not small, she's like 100 viewer, like retail WoW girl.
Small by OnlyFans standards.
Yes, and she bought fucking 12 medium leather off the fucking auction house near the beginning, and they just quietly,
why?
Yeah, exactly why, and they just quietly booted her. And
I vaguely heard about that, but I don't know who it was.
I can't remember her name either, but it was it was almost like a joke, DG, that everyone in the guild chat was like, oof, got G kicked for buying medium leather. That's insane.
Yeah, and they were just leveling their professions and straight up didn't think, right? Because in retail, you'd just buy it. You wouldn't even question it.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing with OnlyFans.
But you have to make the effort of turning off the add-on. Yeah.
You can't actually use the auction house with the add-on on. So she had to turn it off, buy the shit, and then turn the add-on back on, and then it pinged that she did it, and then she got kicked. And they didn't she wasn't a big enough streamer or anything, right? So then they just quietly kicked her.
Yeah, they made content out of it.
Yeah, they didn't make content for that. Yeah, exactly. But it was after Sequoia or whatever, so it was there was already the warning of it, being this is the last time we're gonna make content out of it. So, and then she literally did it
and
4
going
days
back
later.
to the win BWL thing. So my prediction for BWL was the 14th because it comes out on a Friday.
Yeah, possibly. I wouldn't be.
That was
Yeah,
months out that I made that prediction.
that would be 3 weeks away. But yeah, I think the how they're treating Anniversary, it just seems like it's a bit of a side project, if that. Like when they only gave us was it MC? They only gave us a week's notice.
Yeah, that's TBC waiting room.
Yeah, if you think that they're going to treat TBC any different, I've got some news for you. But
yeah, but last phase of TBC is actually, just speedrun TBC and then just leave it on Black Temple patch, Black Temple ZA patch for a while. Accidentally leave it there for a year, and then
okay, we're talking about Anniversary, right? Not the classic,
yeah.
not so much TBC.
Well, they're going into TBC, aren't they?
Yes, they are, but
yeah,
that's like probably a year away.
Oh, it'll be the start of next year at the speed they're going. That's the idea.
Well, yeah, like I said, we don't know yet, right?
A roadmap thing.
It would be dependent on yeah, that's true. That is true. But yeah, and to bring it back to BWL, knowing them, yeah, it could be what you said, 14th of March or something.
I do think that date's kind of bad because Retail Season 2 is coming.
They don't. Yeah, I agree, but they
March
don't
5th.
care. I've given up the fact that they actually even discuss like their rollout schedule.
Yeah, but like they can just go on Twitter, right? Like even if they're not discussing it, they just go, "Cool, the retail dev said this."
They don't care. Then yeah, they don't care. Unfortunately, I think because like I don't know if they don't expect players to play different versions of the game, but because don't forget you've got the next patch of Kata coming out, and they'll just that will be randomly.
Dead.
It's not dead, but okay. It's got a higher. Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, not the world. Everything doesn't revolve around you, though, right? So
I'm not playing Dragon Soul. Fuck Dragon Soul.
Yep, cool. Yep. So yeah, so they're obviously just going to rope that into it as well. Not to mention retail. So it's just going. Yeah, it's a bit of a cluster at the moment, but they don't really care.
It's annoying because it looks like a pretty good retail patch by all accounts. They're definitely adding some interesting stuff that I would like to see how it plays out. So I'd like to not have my schedule too conflicted if I can. Because the idea of drifting cars around the Undermine sounds fucking sick as shit, but...
True. Well, do you guys want to skip ahead a little bit and talk about the fucking... do you want to talk about your Maladeath shit, DG, or want to talk about retail player housing?
I reckon talk about because the retail patch will be out by the time next podcast. Wait, what fucking day is it? Yeah, it'll be out by next podcast, won't it?
Yeah, by a few days, maybe.
Next week, Chewy saying.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's next. Fuck, don't
it's
reset
next
away.
week, but the raid's the week after.
Yeah, the 4th. The 4th is when the raid kicks off, and then the following is when the race starts.
Yeah, so we may as well talk about it because otherwise we're going to miss it, right?
Okay.
I'm pretty excited for it. I assume Ntys knows a hell of a lot more about it than I do, but I saw a little bit of people testing PTR. It looked really sick. It actually looked like they've really put in a lot more effort than they had at the start of War Within. I don't think War Within was that bad. Like, it actually looks like it might be the first good second patch in a long time.
I think War Within's great. I think it's a very, very good expansion. It's probably the best one since like Legion. I don't think it's better than Legion, but I think it's a very, very good patch.
It's not better than Legion, at least not yet. I mean, you never know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm always excited though. I know like probably a lot of Todd's community don't like retail.
No, a lot of them I don't know. Well, it's a lot of more of Darkgale crossover community, right? Like Emaju and Sleepier and shit, like they were all playing, and Slamster, they were seshing retail, like to the point that I even came, like I'll agree, this retail expansion was like the best one that I've, like I didn't even play like Shadowlands or any of that shit. Like I actually came back to this one, it was not bad.
Shadowlands was a really weird, I wonder what Ntys' opinion of Shadowlands is actually, because obviously there was a big between phase 1 and phase 2, and it felt like they listened to what players were complaining about in phase 1 and then did the opposite of what they were asking for. And
Oh yeah, I disagree with that. I think they weren't listening at that time. But I agree with you with the fact that I think the first patch was good, and then pretty much everything after that was
a really fun raid. Like I had a lot of fun
with
it.
It was very good.
Odd boss that could have been a bit better, but overall they had a lot of interesting ideas that I hope they do more with. Like that trio boss with the dancers that's like the most memorable bit of the whole X pack to me, the fucking boogie down.
Yeah. It was a very good raid tier. I enjoyed it. But yeah, bring it back to next patch. I think they're doing a lot of really good stuff. I don't know if you guys have had a look into how they're handling the next raid tier in terms of like basically there has its own renown track, the next raid. And you're basically rewarded for going in and clearing it every week, because every renown track you'll get things like power increases. You'll get
I'm glad they're doing that, because it was annoying me at the end of Nubar Palace having the finery hand in, and you'd be like one short, and then you would get that the next week, and then you would have to skip a week because they wouldn't. It just seemed really sort of weird, like having to remind people, hey, make sure you hand in your fineries at the start of the raid.
Yeah, but yeah, they're adding like a lot of like quality of life stuff. So that's where you're gonna get like your portal, like your straight portal to the raid, your raid skips.
Oh, that's nice.
Is all gonna be tied to the renown track.
I think that's a better way of handling. I mean, that sounds to me, having not interacted with the system yet, that sounds like the smarter way of handling that stuff than have it be this like weird bi-weekly sort of drop system that actually isn't super consistent, which I found a bit weird.
Yeah, but yeah, I agree. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know if you guys are going to jump in and stuff. But...
I will be. I'll give it a go. I'm happy.
I don't know.
The sub may as well.
True.
I don't blame you if you don't want to, Todd, or anything like that. I think if you can, I don't know, if you could treat like retail as like a little break from classic or something, I think you'd probably enjoy it.
I'll give it a try, see if it's better or worse.
Because there's probably something that you could probably talk about, Todd, is you're obviously like full sending hardcore, but as we talked about, it's kind of coming towards an end a little bit. Like someone like you who streams it, like you've got to probably start thinking about what you're going to do next, right?
Yeah, and that was what I was gonna like segue into fucking talking about Maladeth and shit, because I'm thinking potentially like, I'm playing a fucking Hunter alt on hardcore just for the like, I don't know, just because I've been playing hardcore. So it's like, should I just be leveling a Hunter or my Shaman on Night Slayer at this point? Like
what are you doing the Hunter for?
I don't know, just have a second character. Yeah, I don't know. Or like to go like have, so I don't have engineering or anything on my Shaman or mining or anything like that. Like just have another like material gatherer, I guess. And the Hunters would be not bad for that. But yeah, I don't know.
So what are you hoping to get out of Anniversary, Todd? What are we working with here?
Like, let's be real. I've done MC now on hardcore. I've done MC like 100 times,
Yeah.
So it's like, I kind of just want to come back and just chill and fuck around. Obviously, I do the raids, I guess, a little bit. Maybe do the PvP
Yeah, for me, I look at it as a content printer till TBC when I actually give a shit.
True. I would actually care more about TBC because I never properly played TBC because I was working and stuff.
TBC's fun too. Like, it's really hard to get excited about MC. Like, part of it's healer POV, but like, I dispel, I fear ward, I dispel, I fear. Like, okay,
yeah.
Like I'm not. It's not exactly the most exciting content, and BWL's a little bit better, but it's not. At least it's fast and it. Yeah, as I said, it's a little bit better.
BWL's my favorite.
The classic community hates like AQ and Nax so much because they would.
AQ does suck. Oh man, AQ does suck.
I'm not a fan. It's too long.
I will give you that it's too long. The fact that they designed it with those shitty little mounts in mind is just such a choice.
Yeah, and then it takes like 4 weeks for everyone to get a mount.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sucks. Look, I would say AQ, like for me, right, back in like 2020 or whatever, when we were doing Classic again, doing AQ every week for the first time and actually experiencing it was fun. But I don't give a fuck in 2025 to like do AQ again for no reason when I know like no one's gonna do Nax. Maybe the freaks are gonna do Nax, and then
I'm a
TBC
freak.
That's
comes
my
out.
problem.
I'm a freak.
Yeah, but you probably have a guild of like 40 people that actually like are like friends and are dedicated. I'm gonna have to join some fucking dad guild full of shitters trying to do. They'll do 3 bosses of Nax and then be like, "All right, we'll see you in TBC." You know, that's what
I
happened
think that's
last
like
time.
I think that's the secret to Classic. If you have a decent guild, you're gonna have the best fun ever. To be honest, I think that's the secret to WoW in general. If you have a good guild with like
will
you
say-
have like united on their goals, you're gonna have the best time in WoW. It's like the best game ever if you have like dedicated like the same people with the same mindset as you.
So this is my problem. Is like I hear that, but in fucking retail, it's so hard to find a guild that just
Yeah, oh
wants
yeah,
to
I agree with
clear
that.
heroic. Like, whereas in classic, for me, like I'm already I'm leveling an alt so I can get ready to join a split rating guild if my guild ever fails. I'm hoping it won't, but if it does, you know, better to be prepared.
Why don't you ever just join? For someone in your position, DG, why don't you just join like I would try and like join like a rank 1 guild and try and do like racing
Well,
and
I
like
wasn't a rank 1 guild. Well, I was in the rank 1 Yojamba guild, which counts for about fuck all.
No, but you know
it
what I
did
mean?
pretty
Like
well
someone, but you're on the US
comparatively.
servers, right? Like, why aren't you joining like a guild that's going to push for like in the races and stuff?
Mostly because I wasn't like I don't really want to like push that split alt that quick. That'd be the main requirement right now. Is like some of the top end guilds are doing. Apparently, they're doing 3 alts, which is, I mean, that's a lot of MC in the week. You know.
Yeah, but like, aren't there clears like 20 minutes?
Yeah, their clears are sub 30. There's some people getting some crazy times considering it's like phase 2. Like their phase 3 time is going to be insane.
I think the no debuff limit is kind of
it
helping
makes
out
the
with that.
game much more fun for classes like Warlock. Like you can play the correct specs now for Warlock. But a lot of people are stacking Warriors really hard. Like a lot of raid teams are already running, you know, 30-ish Warriors.
Yeah.
Which is huge.
Can I jump in here and like give you the floor a bit, DG? Should I go on Night Slayer or should I go on Maladeath? Like what the fuck's going on with
what you want to do, but I think the longevity of, and it's worth pulling up the pictures here.
Yeah,
I think
I'm going to.
longevity of Maladeath is going to be a bit harsh.
I think in your position, probably
if your
Night Slayer's
goal's not
best.
to play AQ or Nax though, like that would be my big worry with Maladeath, is that the population's going to take a big dive later on.
Potentially, yeah.
And it doesn't have much to lose. Like that's always the danger. Like that's what I found on Remulus, is I was like, oh, it's fine, it's fun, and then it started nosediving, and it just didn't stop until we were like the only raid team, and that was really hard.
Why didn't you move to Aragorn like with everyone else?
Yeah, well, that was more the Horde POV. The Alliance kind of wore out a little longer, but not much. Like that brought us a couple more months.
I've pulled up
we probably should have gone on Rugal straight away.
Pulled up the end of Jan, beginning of Feb numbers for EDG. Talk about now, I guess. No.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't think they're the latest numbers. Are they? There's another lockout because Maldeath's going up.
Not by much, but yeah, I had sent Todd all those. We actually are missing.
It's not by much, but you also made it a really big deal when they dropped by the same amount.
This one.
Yeah, it's up 40.
There you go.
Well, the reason why going down was such an insane thing is like every server went up heaps, and Maladeath went down a raid team. I was like, that's early to peak, but it recovered a bit. Thank fuck. But for me, I think a healthy population's 2K aside, 4K total. I think that would be
Yeah, I'm not far off that, but in saying like, I think at one stage I was playing Rem at 1300 and it was fucking absolutely fine. Never had an issue.
Rem was kind of special because even when we went down to 300 on Horde, like people worked together in a way that and maybe Maladas working together really hard, you'd have to give that POV.
Were you playing Horde on Maladas? Oh no, Remulus. I thought you were Alliance on Rem.
I was Horde on Remulus until it died, and we were basically the last guild to go Alliance because the other guild went Arugul.
True. So you still reckon Night Slayer's like the go? Yeah.
I think in your position, yeah.
Well, the thing
I would agree.
with Night Slayer is if Night Slayer loses 70% of its pot, it's still bigger than Maladeath right now. Like it's
true.
And I think Night Slayer.
The other way to look at the way that I'm looking at it is, I think the inevitable is that it would be a server merge. But for me personally,
it gets merged.
Sorry?
I reckon it gets merged
I think it does, yeah. I think there's no way they would just let it just die off like that.
Did you see the harassment they got to Hope in that server? If I was Blizzard, I absolutely...
Yeah, and the same people told him to keep Shadow Strike open, and it's literally
Which they still have open, but...
Yeah,
they do. That's what I'm saying. I think they're going... When I say merge, I think... Sorry, I shouldn't say that. I think they're going to give the option for people to move.
Leaving.
Yeah, whether that be a free transfer, which is basically a fucking server merge at that point.
Yeah, otherwise if you're not taking the free transfer, just kind of
the way I look at it is, it is inevitable.
That Shadow Strike player's kind of a fucking dumbass.
So while it is inevitable, I'm just going to enjoy the ping while I can. I'm in a really good guild, so I'm just going to enjoy it until I can't anymore.
Yeah, if you're in a guild, like I mean, that's most of what I'm doing is guild content at the moment anyway. So it's not really that big.
I can't take the slide to court with my character, can I? And get a transfer of hardcore, right? Through the slide.
If you die on hardcore, you gotta go Dream Scythe.
Apparently, that's so silly that they've done that.
But can I pay transfer off for this?
But I have heard that
Dream Scythe
is great.
That's lame.
Because it's that ancient rule of, it's been around since the start of WoW. Whereas like if you level up on a PV, you can go to one side, but you can't go to the other.
Why to stop people?
So you can't go PvE to PvP, but you can go to PvP to PvE.
Why?
Because the idea is it's harder to level on a PvP. That's the idea.
Can do it on
they
retail.
Change it in Wrath, by the way. That ruling gets.
Oh yeah, retail is just, but there's no rule. Fuck, you can fucking group with the opposing faction on retail, so they kind of.
Yeah, it really depends what you want to do, Todd. That's really what like if your goal's just to fuck around a bit until AQ.
Would you be mad if I go Horde? That we do some open world PV, we do some honor farming, sharing, we just get Horde and Alliance together somewhere. Darkgale.
I think
AV is so good.
I think your stream sniping would pick up if you go to on Horde side, Todd. No, but on DG's side, I think
if I went Horde,
yeah.
Up.
I don't know. I reckon if you just randomly started playing Night Slayer Horde,
if they're all Horde anyway,
I'm not saying you would do it.
No,
I'm saying his fucking stream sniping would fucking.
I'm not gonna lie, it would be fun. But
I've got a friend of mine is playing Night Slayer Horde. He's not been stream sniped really at all.
Who's your friend though?
Wavy Sinatra.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, don't know that guy. I'll look him up now. Maybe you just put him on the map to get stream subs, saying it on the podcast. Darkgale, fucking hell.
I mean, he'll just beat you. So
look, Darkgale, if I level up on Horde, okay, I promise you, if I stream snipe you, it'll just be me. If the other guys show up, I'll leave. Okay, I want a fair 1v1. You know what I'm saying? I don't want none of this. Oh, Todd only killed me because fucking Denlaw was with him. No, mate, it'll be a fair 1v1. All right. Just like in that cave in Winter Spring, brother. Well, to be fair, that was me and Emilios. So that was a 2v1, but you know.
I was going to say, that
something like that.
Emilios. That's talking mad shit, dude.
Yeah, fuck it up.
He wouldn't even attack me till he showed up.
Yeah. Okay, so what about, is there anything, the point with the Maladeath numbers is you think it will stay until TBC, and then what, you reckon a free transfer.
No, I think
TBC?
DJ's got a point with OQ.
I would make him. I don't know.
Blizzard. What only lasts to AQ?
Basically, you're betting on Blizzard's pettiness with the free transfers.
Traditionally, that's been the case, right? That's when all the servers kind of have a pretty big drop off.
Like, AQ was a 70% drop in 2019, and I would assume it's going to happen here too. Because it's just not, as you said, it's just not that fun of a patch.
Yeah,
but it's also the game itself. Like, it's a dedication to fucking play WoW. Like,
that's months to get to AQ.
That's what I mean.
That's
and like people's attention spans these days aren't what they used to be.
I feel like I say the prog also fucks people over, like, because you clear MC sort of accidentally, and then you go to BWL, and it's like a bit of work, but it's not crazy. Then you go to AQ, and if you haven't set up 2 Warlock tanks, you just can't clear it. Like, if you didn't set that up, you can't kill 3 bosses. That's just out of your way. And for Alliance, Viscidus is a bit of work. Not impossible, but, you know, you have to prep, and I think the prep really kills people.
True. I feel like personally for me, ZG coming out was like a big, like, in my enjoyment level of Classic. ZG is fun. ZG is a lot of fun.
Well, it's a catch-up patch, patch, right?
But it's fun just to do it anyway on your main and shit. You know what I mean? It's an extra quick, like, rotation, like another raid rotation. But at that point, you're like...
It's good fun to do with the guild. Like,
exactly.
Sort of smash it.
But at that point, you're doing MC and BWO, doing MC for bindings if you haven't got a Thunder Fury. Then you're doing BWL.
Oh, you still want more Thunder Furies.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, right? And then you're doing BWL, which is like the current content. And then you got ZG twice a week on top of that. Once AQ comes out, like, if you're in a super sweaty guild, there is some, like, talk about, like, do you just go in and do Gar and Baron in MC every week for the tanks, whatever, or the sweaty rogue. Yeah. You're still going to do BWL because there's still some good loot in there, even when AQ comes out. There's shit in BWL that, like, lasts until TBC, right? The gem for healers.
I think this needs to get looked at. I mean, Blizzard will never make changes, but I would.
They nerfed the gem.
Did they?
Yeah, they nerfed the gem in TBC. I remember you couldn't use it anymore in Kara.
Really?
Yeah, everyone. Yeah, look, you can look at it. I could probably.
I didn't play TBC.
The one that we just went past, but they did it like at a really weird time. They did it like towards the end, but when it didn't really matter as much. But they did change it, so I assume that they would probably just do it earlier this time around. But who knows with these guys?
DFT, the gem, and Nals tier are such big trinkets. I honestly think they should drop in fucking AQ. Like, I don't think it takes anything away from them if fucking C-Thun has a chance of dropping one of the 3.
One of what 3? Sorry. Or like the gem,
3 really good trinkets out of fucking BW. Like, I don't think that would hurt the game if they were dropping once a week from C-Thun.
True.
Because that's how the bosses fight. Well, you can call it Cthulhu, I guess, if you're fucking degenerate.
Cthulhu. So, okay. I'm just going to we're putting a pin in Maladeth. I should just go Night Slayer. You reckon, like, you don't reckon it's going to last anymore?
There's a lot of, like, Night Slayer's busy.
Oh, actually, sorry, DG, before because unless you want to talk about the player housing shit with retail, do you want to talk about, because you were saying you wanted to talk about the economy and shit on Maladeth and Night Slayer? I don't know.
Yeah,
I haven't been looking at it.
Like,
so.
Black Lotus and stuff's gone on Maladeth because it's basically back to what it was now on Night Slayer.
I'd have to check, but I don't think it has, because I checked the flask prices and they were still down.
Yeah, so fucking flasks went down to 50 gold on the day of. Lotus went down to 60. I don't know how flask got less than Lotus. Don't even try explain that logic. And then they've just creeped up ever since to the point that flasks are basically 200 gold again, and Lotus is 115, which is insane.
And this comes after, for the people who don't know, this comes after them upping the spawn rates of the Black
They
Lotus.
buffed it apparently, but apparently it's just back to being botted. Like they buffed it so much.
Well,
that
I
it
mean,
broke the
yeah.
bots temporarily.
So there's a, I think I told you behind the scenes, but there's like a and most people are aware, but there's like a content creator Discord that you basically can talk directly to the
Darkgale in
devs, the devs of the game.
Why is Darkgale not in it?
So I would actually ask.
You would get kicked. You would get kicked.
But that's what we need. We need
a real question.
Yeah,
But in
exactly.
saying that, I've seen
real
some
voice of the people in that Discord.
Nah,
you know
you'd
what I'm
get
saying?
But in saying that,
I
I've
don't want a
heard
voice
some
of the people.
people like in the past. This was back in, I want to say maybe TBC or Wrath. I can't remember which one. I want to say TBC, but I remember like Grayson and fucking Bean like full crashed out, like were calling them names.
Wait, did you name drop? I didn't know if.
Yeah. That's fine. They won't care.
Oh, who was that?
Grayson and Bean like full crashed out on the Discord one time.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Well, like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck are you guys doing? You guys don't fucking care about this game. It had something to do with the PvP. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah. How long ago was that?
I'm pretty sure. Like I said, I think it was either TBC or Wrath. I can't remember which one, but like that era.
Yeah.
It was after Classic. But I want to say they were also complaining about the bots, like as well.
That's like TBC complaining about the bots. Like the bots were bad in Classic, but like we're like so far beyond that now. Like back then, complaining about the bots was like still just bubbling up. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what it was. Now. It was them like because when they were crashing out, they were kind of, and it was a valid crash out, by the way. They were like you could tell that it was like building up because they went back over time and were like, you guys haven't done this. Yeah. You guys don't fucking care, blah, blah, blah. And then I think like the next day they did like a big post and were like, hey guys, basically please treat us with respect kind of thing. And they haven't really spoken.
Is this when /spit got removed? Because surely if they say
that was years ago.
Break out the
no, /spit got removed ages ago.
It was like pre-Classic.
Actually, no, right. It was like early TBC actually /spit.
Was it though? Because it was dark. It was
respect. You're hurting our
Oh wait, no, but
I think it was because it was...
No, they removed it in retail, but then Classic came out with all the shit in it, and then they had to go back and remove it when they
had
put
to
in
TBC because Asmon and Co made a WeCore that automatically spat on people who brought the fucking mount.
Storm out, yeah. So.
But yeah, so
and I reckon let's bring it back then. And the WeCore, let's spit on people with storm mounts as well.
So yeah, so I don't even know what my point was. Oh yeah, so I spoke to you behind the scenes and said I kind of like reached out and said, hey, like this is really bad. The fact like the bots and the Black Lotus, right? So, and I think for the one of the first, because you can say whatever you want in this Discord, but that doesn't mean they're going to reply to you.
Yeah.
Right. Or even fucking read it. Or they say that everything's red, but whether or not something happens. But after I had done it, maybe they were working on it behind the scenes, but they end up pushing fix. But notice how it was directly for the Black Lotus and nothing to do with the actual bots.
So okay.
Yeah,
go.
Black Lotus is being fly hacked to my knowledge. Like,
oh yeah,
probably.
It's been like that since 2020.
Yeah, but how do you not stop a fly hacking bot? I mean, honestly, you could just make it that anything under level
because they don't fucking care.
Yeah, there's no like cheat engine or whatever the fuck. What do you call it? Game Shark or Valve? Like they don't have.
Well, they have Warden, so they have Warden. There is a cheat engine. They just don't about it.
Sure, but like a bot fly hacking under the world doesn't automatically get pinged.
I don't think.
Like, you know what I mean?
So Warden is why you disconnect if you like get stuck in a wall. Like, I don't know how many often you guys like. Maybe this is a dwarf problem, but every so often I like jump up a fucking stone and get DC'd, and that's Warden doing that. It's just not very effective.
I don't know if that's
shit
true,
has got
by the
worse.
way.
I think that's just shitty back end from Blizzard.
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
Like, I think after they start fucking with everything in SOD, it's like gotten way worse. like the disconnects and shit for no
Well,
reason.
they had to remove. So they used to have a big bit that if you went past a certain speed, it automatically kicked you off. But then they had to remove that because of dragon flying. I don't know if that would have affected Classic though.
True, I didn't know about that. But
wild to.
But they don't.
Stupid.
They don't cater. They don't do anything like they don't cater shit on the back end for either client. It's all one thing on the back end now.
Yeah,
right?
which is so insane. It's
yeah,
so insane.
I must say the fact that Sod's not a separate client is very weird to me.
Yeah, Druid's
that
using
I would have
polearms
separated
and
out.
all the other shit.
Yeah, I just if I was gonna fuck with shit and openly fuck with shit and be like, oh, it's a seasonal server, I would have made sure that seasonal server was disconnected from the other servers personally.
But like even Classic itself, it's not like its own build. It's based off the Legion build. Yeah, so it has all this shit under the hood.
I thought it was Shadowlands now. I thought they updated it to Shadowlands.
I've never seen anything that says that. But yeah, like, because it's not even, because you'll notice how like, we should not be lagging in fucking WoW Classic in 2025. Like, yeah, correct. That should not be a thing.
Should be running like butter, smooth butter.
Exactly.
Man. Like
exactly. But
yeah, and we can't even have like 30 people to Capital City in Classic.
It's insane.
Yeah, I know.
It's so, but you know what? At the end of the day, it's also our fault because we keep fucking enabling them because we give them our money.
But I do think though, when Classic originally came out, it wasn't this bad. I remember Orgrimmar being absolutely fucking packed. Layering wasn't like a thing yet, right? On Classic.
Yeah, I think layering was a contributing factor as well.
Like when they added layering to Classic, it like fucked it. In my opinion.
I think it launched with layering. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, did it not? Layers used to crash. Yeah, whole layers used to crash. It was very funny.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because I feel like you could find
anyone in the world.
Yeah, they removed layering for season 2. Sorry, not season. Phase 2.
The thing is,
and Arugul complained so much it got added back.
The thing is, though, Todd, it might have just been less layers.
Yeah,
right?
No, it was way
because they seem very dynamic. Whereas, like, they just fucking spout layers. Like, is there 5 people in this particular zone? Cool, let's spawn 5 layers. You know what I mean? Whereas, like, it feels like there was a lot less layers back in the day.
To get the Maladath POV, how much are Maladath layers moving? Because Night Slayer's going anywhere between like 3 and 8. Like,
no, I did see a 3. There is 3, and I've never seen a 4.
Maladath, does it stay 3?
Yeah, I've never seen a 4. It could have been a 4 at some point, but I've never seen it personally.
See, that's kind of cool. See,
Night Slayer, we don't even need layers on Maladath.
Random, dude. Like it'll go 6, 5, 4, 3, 8. Like it's just all over the fucking show. I assume it has something to do with when NA players are logging in and logging out. But
I don't know.
From the OCE POV, I just seem to roll a dice on how many layers exist.
Yeah,
and how fucked my add-ons are gonna be as a result.
Couldn't it just be like if layer 8 has like the most people and then like people leave the zone on the other layers, then it like keeps layer 8 and then you just like zone into layer 8.
So the way layering works, because it's not like sharding.
Yeah, it's meant to be condensed.
Everything.
Condensed, right? Like, is that what you're going to say? Like, if you're on layer 8, it's meant to like crash it back down to layer 1 if it gets empty. Or no?
Yeah, I don't know if it has to go to layer 1 or if it just spreads them around, but it's definitely pretty dicey.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really remember it on your
If you go to get a Songflower, you'll see like timers for layers that are like you'll have a layer 7 timer, but like 2 layers are missing since then. Like it's fucking, and then Nova World Buffs just fully shits itself because it hates it. Like it just.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. If you're going between 3 and 7 layers on the regular, I think just have it be. I think layers shouldn't update that dynamically. Like, I don't need new layers spawning on the hour, or whatever the fuck it is.
DG, to loop it back around, but not to bring it back to that, the beginning conversation about OnlyFans dying, I will say with hardcore, I've noticed, unless you're in Barons, it's layer 1, 2, or 3. now on hardcore.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
It
it's
should be.
very
I thought
much
that had
like.
more. I thought that had more
Oh yeah,
layers
they
than any
did.
other
They
version.
like at the
They had
beginning there was like
11 at one
11.
point, it
Yeah,
was
that's right.
crazy.
Yeah,
The add-ons couldn't process past 10 layers, and they would like every add-on would shit itself. It was really,
yeah,
it was
they had
really
to
fun.
update
I
it.
logged on to test, and everything spazzed out. It was very unhappy.
Yeah,
It's cool
Well-
that Melodas still has 3 layers, though. I mean, go.
We
That's
don't
pretty
need it
good.
though. That's what I'm saying. Like
it could
we
just
don't
be
need.
one.
It could be just. We don't even need. Yeah, we don't need layering. It's crazy that we even have. Because 2 you can pretty much exploit as well. That's why it's kind of like you either have 1 or 3. But yeah, there's posts on the forum basically saying please just remove layering. We don't need it. But again, Blizzard they don't care. It's crazy how much us as players care when like they don't.
Well, it's because see, here's the thing. I mean, to them, they're just making a game, right? And they're like, oh, we're working for one of the biggest studios in the world. We're making a game. It's successful. No matter what we do, the game will be successful. Because there's not a second game. Like, what else do you play? Like, if you don't play WoW right now, what are you fucking playing?
Maybe Path
what is even?
Are you talking about like an MMORPG?
Yeah, like
Final Fantasy
second game
though.
you want to dump hard time into, like the
apparently they're struggling over there.
What, in Final Fantasy?
They're under 1 million subs. They're really
True.
struggling.
Final Fantasy,
Okay, but
this is one of the worst expansions since I started playing in Stormblood, and it's not like it's not good.
I just want to throw out there though, we don't know the WoW subs. I'd be surprised if WoW is much more than 1 million or even over 1 million.
WoW's way over 1 million. There's more than 1 million active players.
How though? How are you calculating that? You're adding up like everyone on their 5 alts across every server. You know what I mean?
I mean, you can see from like the retail raid clears would have been a really good way of.
A really good one is the
True, but how many
of like
alts are
Mythic
that,
Plus dungeons ran. Yes, you can obviously run multiple Mythic Plus dungeons.
Yes.
And in retail, it's very easy to have alts.
Yeah, divided by like 3.
But I was like,
you know what I mean?
I wasn't even
whatever
on like
that number
the
is.
top 10,000
look,
prop
they might not have Luno. They might not have. I mean, I think they have over 1 million. I really do.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Like retail has way over 1 million.
There was numbers that got leaked. Remember, not long ago, and they were like very high, surprisingly high.
What were the numbers? I didn't see it. Do you vaguely remember just roughly what the numbers were?
Oh, like, I'm talking like 7-8 mil.
Okay, but
so
see, that's what I'm saying. Divided by 3.
Right now,
so maybe
for
like
Paladin
2
tanks, I'm
maybe
43k. So
no,
as
this
a
is
Keystone
subscriptions.
Master Paladin tank,
Wait,
I am
subs?
43k.
This was This was before. This was like maybe back in like Wrath times.
Okay, so
like not like Wrath Classic, just gone. So
Yeah.
now it could be different. But they did there's a video. Belia does a video on it. I did a video on it at the time, but because they did it was like some business meeting. I don't know if it's like a shareholders meeting or something. And and someone leaked with photos of the
and where they posted
presentation, the presentation. And the thing is, they had a graph of where the viewer count of the subscriber count was, and like it would show like the peaks and stuff. Like it went all the way back from like the peak in like just to the start of Kata, and then obviously the drop and stuff, and then they reached back up to Kata numbers back in what I think it was, and it just and then apparently when Classic WoW launched, the 2019, they fucking like were up there again in like the 10 mil.
Of course they were. But that's what's so fucking upsetting. We all know that the Classic resurgence like revitalized WoW, but the company Blizzard, Activision, whatever the fuck, Microsoft, they don't want to like even acknowledge how hard the whole Classic side of the community is like carrying the subscriptions. I
don't know if they are. So that's what I was trying to say. In War Within, like retail subs alone, they're clean over 1 mil for sure. For sure. Like, so Paladin tank was bad this season, and I'm 43k in the world as a Keystone Master Paladin tank. There's 43,000 Paladin tanks that have outdone me in Mythic Plus.
Yeah, but that times that by 9, DG. That's not even like 200k people. Right?
Yeah, how many people are knocking out?
Let's round it out to 50k. Yeah, no, but listen to me. But I don't give a fuck about retail either. Well, there's more than 9 classes in retail now, isn't there? I just did 9 for classic.
Well, okay, so my 9 miss clears, so only one of these clears counts for anything, is 1.3 million in the world.
How many classes are there, chat? How many classes are there?
Retail players at D-gens. That's why I did the pally tanks. The pally tanks were bad.
Oh, you mean only pally tanks alone?
Yeah, so
it's not just paladins.
43,000 pally tanks in a season where pally tanks were bad ahead of me.
Okay, so
it's fucking
realistically
crazy.
That means there's like 150. How many paladin specs are there? 3 or then only 2?
3.
There's 3.
Yeah, so 150,000 times how many classes? Like what? There's like what?
Well, as I said, pally tanks were bad. Like, I'm sure if I was... What was the best tank? Was like Warrior or some shit?
I know this is cooked maths. I'll just show... Fucking hold it up to the phone.
It'll be over a mil. It's not...
Yeah, it's 1.8 mil if you go, there's only 50,000 players of each spec for each class. And I know some classes have only 2 specs
I would assume
or whatever.
most DPS are better than that.
Yeah, sure, true.
You don't have to sell me on it. I'm just saying what it was, okay? I'm playing Paladin tank regardless.
Yeah.
Hey, look, there's Wavy Sinatra. I was talking about
watch out, Bozo. Sorry, mate. Darkgale just blew you up. You're, well, no, I'm not even going to say it.
I was saying that you weren't getting stream sniped. And they're like, he's going to get stream sniped now. And I'm like, he'll just fuck him up anyway. So it's
okay, so as of March 2024, and this is across all versions of WoW, they had 7.5 million.
That sounds about right.
7.5, like mythic, just on everything.
No, 75 million subscriptions.
In what, when? In Wrath era? Like Wrath?
No, March 26, 2024.
So last year. Okay.
Yes. So I think there would, I don't know if there would be a massive
7
drop
million subs.
now.
How many of that is people that forgot to fucking cancel their subscription?
You're such a doomer, dude.
WoW's the biggest game because it's the best, whether Blizzard devs give a fuck or not. Like, I don't know what
WoW is still Blizzard's cash cow.
Yeah,
100%.
Sure.
Yeah, Overwatch 2 was like a fucking HD remake, and you had to buy it. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't think you had to buy it.
Oh no, they did give it out for free, but they
gave it out, but like I still think that makes bank on fucking cosmetics.
Skins, yeah, because people get fucking.
Well, they're adding back the loot boxes,
so
they can
exactly.
add some more gacha to the game.
Yeah.
If you actually forget, your subscription, that you have a WoW subscription, you can log a ticket and they will refund you if you have no activity.
Oh, true. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so if you log in one time in 6 months, you can't like.
They'd probably get you there.
Yeah, true. I don't know. Just to be fair, like, you know, I played a lot of Counter-Strike during uni, and I don't even want to know. I reckon I spent like around $1,000 on fucking skins.
I've never been one to get sucked into that shit.
Made $100.
Oh, between Dota and Counter-Strike, actually, probably about.
I can't do it. Like skins.
I made money off CS:GO. Good, man.
I don't know. I'm not trying to do like some weird flex, but I was like living at home and making a retarded amount of money, and then like the fucking Dota compendium thing would come out, and I dropped like $200 on it for no reason, just to flex on Spikers. That was all it was.
I'd like to thank Todd for the $100 I made off CS:GO. It's clearly his $100. He's propping up the whole economy.
True, but I probably actually have more money. This is actually where talking about economies. I know this is complete. We're not a CS:GO podcast, but I probably actually have more money now in my CS:GO inventory than I did when I spent the money, because everything's gone up in price. Like shit that I bought for $10.
Start buying games, mate.
Yeah, I know. Maybe I should. Like crap that I got. This is how crazy the like Steam marketplace is. Shit that I got that when I opened it out of a case that like sold for $30 is going for like $200 now. Crazy.
Yeah, I sold some like pink orb for 27, and I think that was the thing that sold the most of anything I pulled.
Do they phase things out of like CS, like the loot boxes?
Sort of. So
Sort
the
of,
boxes are still there, but they don't drop anymore. So the
Yeah.
boxes also go.
So it's a limited supply, and then so you have to then buy the boxes off of someone who hasn't opened it. So then the boxes can also go up in value. So you can buy them from
boxes.
So you can buy them from Valve for, I think it's like $2.50 American for the box usually. Sometimes you can't buy them at all, and they have to drop like you play the game and you get it as like a free reward. And you used to have to buy a key, but then they've removed keys out of Counter-Strike because like you could buy a key for 10 cents Venezuelan and sell it on the Steam marketplace. Yeah. So they removed that system.
Regional pricing shit. I just hate it. Every time I hear about it, it's never like, oh, this is done this great thing. It's always like, yeah, a whole bunch of people are buying Venezuelan keys for 10 cents instead of the $2, it was meant to be.
Well, they should just make, like, instead of removing it, though, on the Steam marketplace, they should, like, limit items regionally. Like, if keys were just region locked, then it wouldn't matter, right? I don't know. This happened, like, we've talked about this before on the podcast with, like, the WoW pricing in America.
Yeah, it just bugs me.
Yeah. I don't know.
It just annoys me because, like, New Zealand is always perceived as good. And I assume Australia has the same problem. Got, like, the really high min wage and stuff. So they always overcharge us comparatively with the American dollar. We're never undercharged. And it just bugs the shit out of me.
Yeah. Bro, I know. We already complained about it.
Lying cunt and be like, yeah, I'm from Argentina. And just be paying, like, 80% less on my WoW sub.
I'm typing in the Discord, guys. Let me know what you think. Dead air.
Well, we're going to talk about the retail housing.
Oh yeah, you want to do that?
Details on that. I assume Ntys is really into that. I wasn't into it. I think these ideas are really cool. I love the idea of doing a communal fucking housing grid.
Yeah, a lot of it's a little bit weird, but I like the idea of what they're saying they're going to do, but whether or not it actually happens, I don't know. But
yeah, that's a good point.
I think it has the capability of like completely changing the game. I think it's a really, really good thing. It will bring back. I hope the way I want them to do it is like, can I go back into Onyxia's lair, and is there a rare drop there I can get a headpiece and I can just put that in my house. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm hoping they do stuff like that.
That's the stuff I'm hoping for. It could revitalize like old professions. So if you're like, you can do house stuff from like decorations from old professions like tailoring. It can be a rug or something, but you have to have like old school tailoring and shit like that. That's what I'm hoping to do because it can I'm kind of hoping it's like Transmog 2.0. Whereas, like, I don't know if you guys were playing when they introduced Transmog, but it completely changed the game. Like, completely changed the game.
Up as well, or maybe maids that you can transmog up, because that was a really cool thing in BDO was having like maids that you could fucking put like transmog on. I haven't done enough with the Final Fantasy housing system.
Yeah, they released they did a post about it like a week ago, I think. And like from what they're describing, it goes in a lot of depth. It's going to be nowhere near anything like WoD garrisons. Like I wouldn't even call that player housing.
Well, the WoD garrisons were meant to be some sort of like player town and just ended up being player gold printer. Like that's what it
I don't remember it ever being portrayed as like player housing or anything like that.
I called it player run town. That's what it sounded like to me.
Never even heard that before.
Well, it was meant to be your own personal Dalaran. At least that's how they talked about it in the live streams back then. It just didn't end up being that. You ended up just looting a bunch of shit and then doing your fucking missions. But
yeah, I think I'm a bit disappointed we actually haven't got any actual fucking screenshots of what it's actually going to look like. Right now it's all just words. But,
I don't think they've made it because it's not for this X pack; it's for next X pack.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, like, don't think like we're gonna get a release date for the next X pack by. I would say
it's gonna be this year.
August.
I think this BlizzCon, assuming BlizzCon.
Nah, they're not gonna. They'll announce it at Gamescom.
Where's that?
It's in Germany, I think, but I don't know when it is. Gamescom.
Unlucky.
2025. It might be August. Yeah, I think we'll know a bit more in August.
Yeah, I like the idea if it's like
bro, this guy's actually
housing.
Psycho.
That
like, what the fuck is going on here?
Any other system that I've ever seen done. The idea it's your own private communal housing instance,
bro,
to me sounds.
This guy's retarded.
The only issue is
crazy work
because they're kind of they're saying that it's going to be a lot of customization. But it's like how much customization? Because as soon as like a player can like fucking draw or stack things or anything like that, like a fucking SWAT sticker's coming or something.
No, please. Well, you'll be able to pick who's in there. So if
bro, we've been getting view botted for the last like 3
neighborhoods.
weeks.
The neighborhoods
by,
you just get spawned into.
The
you can
retards
create
in the
a
chat.
private neighborhood. But
you can't just come into a community and
neighborhood.
start making wild accusations.
You can just have like neighbors that are just complete dicks.
So
okay, this guy's completely cooked.
That's how Final Fantasy works, but it sounds like you're gonna have your own communal neighborhoods. At least that's how I read it. Is you're gonna have everyone's.
All right, I'm done getting one guide. Iverson, you're getting timed out as well. I'm gonna let Fart smell a fucking crash out.
I don't know.
Wrong, I'm not Blizzard. How I read it was you have to join a neighborhood, or it's just like an empty void with just your house.
Is this Final Fantasy or?
No, Final Fantasy.
Let's just move on because you like
fucking. So I wasn't listening at all. My bad.
Yeah, you weren't at all. I just felt dumb talking about it.
I'm sorry. Are you excited for the retail player housing, or you don't give a fuck? Like, what was the?
I wasn't excited, and I've become excited because the idea of having a community player housing.
Is it
fun.
Garrison 2.0 though, or what are they?
No.
Any news? I was trying to look for the blue post as well. I don't know if you have it.
It's nothing like what Garrison's.
Oh, you just linked it. Thank you, Darkgale. Fuck. I was like looking at it and fucking around in the chat. I'll pull it up. Let's have a look. Guys, we're the utmost professionalism here. I don't know if you knew that. Ntys like fucking. Wait, I can close that now. I get a performance review by Ntys at the end of every podcast, by the way.
No, you don't.
He's not meeting his KPIs. That's all.
Yeah, I know. So, okay, let me make this bigger.
And then this is the update the other day. So that was the general overview, and this was the update the other day, which...
One thing, it is funny, and of course it was bound to happen, but they did mention that some stuff will be in the shop, the cash shop, which is like, and it's just going to be the coolest shit fucking ever, but...
Oh, the cool houses are going to be fucking...
Well, they said decorations going to be... They said a small amount of decorations will be available in the cash shop, but we all know it's going to be like the best shit.
Dollar bill, yo. They're going to have fucking... You're going to have a mounted fucking... what is it? That new mount, the mounted long boy upside down for your chandelier. Mounted long boy for your fucking fireplace. You get a fucking long boy door. I'm going to make it happen, dude. All $90 each, by the way.
But they did say that they're keen on making this like an evergreen system, so it's something they're going to continually build upon.
They can add a new Longboy decoration.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So there has to be an incentive for them to make money, and this is going to be their incentive.
So they have that thing now with you do the stuff to unlock the cosmetics. What do you call it? But what's it fucking called? They're like trading.
I have no idea.
Shit.
Oh, the trading post.
Yeah, but you have like a unlock. So they're gonna have a decoration out of that every month, and then they're gonna have in the cash shop another Longboy decoration. Longboy chandelier, let's go.
Possibly, but who fucking knows?
Is that what you're talking about though? That you get a 50 plot neighborhood, like so you'll have 50 houses around you. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what
That's
we're
a
talking about.
max.
But you can have a private one if you want, and that's what we're saying. Like,
Well,
you could just be Groot
private
with
for
like the most
sure.
fucking degen cunts that are just like building like burning crosses and swastikas around. Like,
But do you reckon they'll even allow you the ability?
well,
to do...
that's what we were saying. If you fuck paid attention, that like they have to limit. You have to because one of can you just go up and look at one of the pillars? Yeah, the boundless self-expression is like
where?
okay. The pillars, our 3 pillars for housing.
Oh, what? Our 3 pillars down. Oh yeah, this shit.
Yeah. What are they? There's like
boundless self-expression, deeply social, long-lasting journey.
Yeah, so I think the boundless self-expression is they kind of said that they want to like basically be able to let you like have a lot of control over your house, right? And it includes like your front yard as well. So it's like, what the fuck are you gonna? They just have to. It's like any game, right? You have to limit. You just have to limit what people have control over. Like I remember, if anyone ever played WoD, there's one of the entry missions. You get gunpowder, right? And no matter where you walk, you would have gunpowder
I'm trying
following
so hard
you.
to follow
leaking
this
gunpowder
shit,
or something,
boys.
And like, because you would see other people doing it, there was just dicks and SWAT stickers like everywhere. You know what I mean?
Oh, bro.
Yeah, that's why we're going to do a private one for the boys.
Bro, you don't think
Nazi memorabilia allowed.
You don't think that it's going to just be like, when you create your character and you just click next. You don't reckon
we can only go on the
like
information that we have. Based on the information, no, I don't. It's whether or not you want to believe Blizzard, which if you don't,
put an NPC in town that spawns your house.
I don't think it's going to be as like. I think it's going to be a lot more fleshed out than our characters. But I understand if you're like a real doomer about it, I don't think it's unwarranted.
I think it'll just spawn like a mud hut if you horde, and then you can start improving the walls. Get long boys all around the walls, change the window.
I don't think you're going to be able to actually build the house. I think it's going to be like templates.
Template, surely. That's what I'm saying. Like
a mud hut for the horde, and then
but like you can place things wherever you want within the house and in the front yard.
You don't think they're gonna add pay to win walls?
God, no horde wants to live in a fucking. Okay, some horde do, but no horde wants to live in the fucking Orgrimmar mud hut.
Like here's a brick wall for $20 Australian. Here's a longboy wall for fucking $90. I guarantee you that's what it's going to be, but I still think that could be really cool. Especially if you can earn some in game.
Well, yeah, there's going to be 2 themes, Horde and Alliance at the start, so.
Yeah, the Alliance is going to be Stormwind and the Horde's going to be Mud Huts. And if you think
they even explain that it's not, they're going to be brand new zones. It says it in the post. That it's good. It explains what the Alliance is going to be.
A little zone in Narnia, wherever they decide to put it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it describes what the zone's going to be.
Am I reading this correctly? That it's like race based?
Yeah.
So you can't. So if you're a fucking orc, you're stuck with like the dog shit orc.
No, because you'll be able to buy cosmetics for it for $90 Australian.
Bro, the Worgen's like the best one. Like, what the fuck are we even talking about? The Night Elf is like classic.
They're not actual. Shit. They're not in game. They're not. That's nothing to do with it.
Why am I looking at screenshots then?
Because they're just like concept art of what Wowhead think they're going to. They're just saying
it could
be.
This isn't in the middle of the screen. It's like hot milfs.
Yeah, these have nothing to actually do with player housing.
Pensioners are ditching prescription hearing aids, mate. Dude, I have ad blockers, so I don't know what that ad is.
What are these ads do? Does Windows Wowhead have like the most AIDS ads known to man?
They've always. That's how they make their money. That's why you like. Like I remember, like with Wowhead, they were doing like things like where to go to get your flying mount in fucking Wrath, like shit like that. They'll make the most pointless articles for people to click on, content. So they can make money.
Stomach sleepers, mate. Stomach sleepers.
They couldn't get slightly better ads than that, though. I get better ads than that on my mobile games. Like, the fuck's that?
Whatever will pay them, they'll take the money for it.
No, it's definitely targeted. Um. Fuck. Okay. Well, look, I don't mind player housing, but let's be real. Everyone wanted player housing in Wrath of the Lich King in 2008. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
you say that, but if they do this correct, like this will blow up.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
In
like,
Arcade was really cool.
Yeah,
the way that they
100% DG. Arcade player housing was fucking so good. I actually had like a fucking hour-long conversation with Stormcock. I don't know what you guys think about this. If we should get Stormcock on the podcast one day, but
we can.
Yeah, bro. Because dude, we got on when they opened up the OCE Arcade servers. Me and Stormcock were like two of the first people to fucking log in, and just by doing like the quest on Arcade, like you just follow the quest, it tells you to like make a house and make a farmland and shit. We didn't even realize it, but we got like some of the most prime real estate in Arcade by accident, just by being by the verge. Yeah. Like but then there's like I actually like got to know the neighbors in our neighborhood on Arcade because it was like they were like, who the fuck are you guys that got like the best real estate in the game? And we're like, well, I don't know.
I knew that I was going to end up with too much infamy, and so I put my house on Pirate Island. But because I kept my infamy and kept getting arrested just enough to keep it down, I ended up like being the only one there that wasn't infamous. So I'd go there, all my neighbors are full-on pirates. It's just me there, like, hey guys, just cutting up my polar bears.
True. We didn't play it long enough for that. To be fair, DG, we built our own boat.
That was in like the first month. Maybe I was too much of a degenerate.
I know, but we didn't. We were doing piracy shit, but we didn't go full pirate. Yeah, we played a lot too, but
I killed a lot of people.
This will date me, but because you know how like you have to pay your fucking lease each week or whatever. Yeah. We went on fucking schoolies, and so all the boys that were part of our clan, we were gone.
So you lost it all?
Yeah, we lost and then it automatically puts it up for auction, like public auction, and you have to buy it back. And because our house is in prime real estate, it was like millions of gold from all the big clans, like came and fucking bought all of our property off us. So we stopped. We had a boat. We fucked around and like did some piracy shit on the boat. Because like
I did a lot of it.
Yeah, the classic scam is like you had to like for the trading, you had to literally carry like a backpack of shit and it made you walk, right? So if you had a vehicle, you could like get a lift on a vehicle, and we would like pull up to like one of the main trading posts and offer people free lifts on the boat or whatever. And then you just sail these people out to international waters and kill them and take their loot and then like go hand it in yourself. So we did a bit of that, but I don't know, that's a full side tangent. But
yeah, we did a lot of that because we had a fishing boat going all the time. We just end up fucking dropping people with their packs as they were going by.
Yeah,
interrupting our precious marlin fishing, sailfish getting.
I hope they add something to the WoW player housing that isn't just like degenerate ERP shit, like people just in the player housing, like for some reason to like, actually interact with your neighbors or something, like maybe you can have a
they mentioned something like
something.
There are things that require people to work together for.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But what that is, I have no idea.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be really fun. It'll be a nice little side bit to the game. I think it'll fit in well.
Private
housing's going to be basically required. I didn't even realize there was going to be a public option. That's kind of
true. You'll just have
fun with
that.
You're fucked if you
everyone like
plot DG.
Yeah, everyone's going to surround you, have billboards on their front lawn, like don't vote for Darkgale on their front fence. Yeah, I was gonna say with the new patch, do we do a DG Ntys Todd car race when it comes out? I'll log into retail.
Yeah, we can do.
We can.
Yeah, We'll see who's the best
We
drift
didn't
king.
end up doing Plunderstorm though. I was surprised how bad Plunderstorm
Oh
was.
yeah,
Like,
I know.
that
I
really
thought about
So
surprised
bad,
me.
dude.
I
It's not
didn't
even
play it the
bad. It's
first
just it's
time
exact
around.
same. Like there's
Yeah.
no change. Like there's a couple of
It
spell
works.
changes and that's it.
Well,
But
it's not even that. So for me, it was just like considering how hyped up it was. So like a lot of streamer friends probably a strong word, but like a lot of streamers were playing the shit out of it.
I don't think it
And,
was that
like,
hyped up. I disagree with that.
Oh, Desi was losing her fucking mind about it.
Yeah, because she was
so
fucking getting paid to play in the tournament.
Oh, okay.
I'd be fucking hyped as well.
Apparently, that's what hypes up Ntys was, is dollar bills. Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, fucking. I don't know. Like, it was just. It's probably the worst battle royale I've played, and I've played some shockers. Like, I try to play. I actually like the battle royale format, but man, like killing people's basically impossible unless they actually come at you. You can just infinitely fuck off. I don't know who play tested that. And other than that, like nothing seemed to really matter. I mean, maybe winning really, really mattered, but like the difference between coming like ninth and fucking fifth didn't seem any different.
Yeah, if you don't care about the actual like cosmetics that you get from it, there's no point in playing it.
yeah.
Yeah, but like
Couple
you got
pirate
like a daily
cosmetics.
bonus that seemed to give more than actually playing it, which I thought was a bit weird. I don't know. Maybe that was
What,
the
just to
first
log
time.
into OnlyFans? I mean, Blunderstorm. Fuck, man, my brain.
Well, I played one game and got like 2,000, and then the next couple games I got like 300. I was like, okay, play it again tomorrow and got 2,000.
That's actually one thing they improved on is the plunder acquisition.
So
it directly correlates to what you collect in game to what you get for the store. Did you play this time round, DJ, or are you talking about last time?
No,
round?
I only played this time round. I didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, last year because it was new, it was actually good. It was really well received. But this time there was no changes, so I think that's why it kind of just fell. It just kind of fell over.
I thought the skills weren't very good. Like, some of it might have been a bit of a ping issue, but it really seemed like unless players would really wanted to
for
come
us,
at
it's
each
very
other,
much a ping issue. Very
okay,
much.
so it's a ping thing. Like,
yeah.
I was like, man, my stuff's not really connecting. People are just like disappearing across the map. And then we get
fucked over. There's no OCA, there's no OCE lobbies.
That was my Plunderstorm experience. Gingy AFK on a roof.
I am gonna jump in because if only Ntys has like a hard out tonight later on. I want to make sure because I got a billion fucking DMs telling me that 14,000 viewers were here to hear about Darkgale's lifting today, but then we didn't talk about it, so they all left. Okay, so
yeah.
Do we want to ease into it? Do we want to do the weigh-in first, DG, or what? What's the how's the
114.1? So, but I was after I ate, so I think I've technically lost
a kilo. 1 kilo down.
How much?
900.
114.1 again.
Was he last?
But that was after I ate, so.
We last fortnight.
I was 115, but then I took a shit shower after stream and weighed myself naked, and I was.
Yeah, I know that. So did you do the walking?
Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. Let me check how my walking went.
Did you actively walk more, or was this something you would usually do anyway?
No, I actually technically actively walked less because I was looking after the dog most days.
You actively walked less.
Yeah. Well, I just
like you refrain, just like you're like, no, I'm not moving. I can't walk anymore.
No, it's because I had to look after the doggy.
Wouldn't that warrant you to walk
the doggy? I was at home with the doggy. How do I see this on a not daily basis? Sorry, I have not practiced this enough. I didn't think hard enough about it. If I click into this. Yeah, I know I passed my 5,000 today, you dumbass. I wanted to set a fucking target across all the days. Why is there no 14 days? You know, you'd think that would be a really recommended fucking month. There's 7 days, 31 days, 12 months.
Probably should have had this organised already.
Yeah, look, I didn't. Well, this week I fucking did 5.5 a day, for an average of 4.2 kilometers. But one of those days I didn't even move at all. So that's incredible bowling from me that I got.
How many? What was your non-active day?
Monday. Which I don't
How many
really know
steps?
how that's possible. 20 apparently.
Fuck off! You did 20 steps the entire day.
It's apparently I didn't even pick up my phone. Yeah. So I probably do more than 20 steps around here.
What did you do on Monday? Did you just play WoW?
Oh, that's right. I was sick. I must not. I think my phone must have died or something. Because I definitely
did the Domino's cleanse.
Yeah, Domino's cleanse wrecked me in the morning. My phone.
But do you reckon that helped to the fucking?
Why is it like this? Why is there not like a fortnightly that I can't? I didn't even think about this. The point.
I don't know if this is the most riveting content.
One day I really beat it. Like one day I think
He's still going.
Yeah, it was like midday and I was like,
okay.
10
should we just
still going?
So you weigh the same as you did 2 weeks ago and 2 weeks ago before that? Yeah,
well,
but you were like fully dressed
I ate first
the last 2 times. Okay, slightly down. But
this is such a weird way of.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah, can we talk? DG, put your phone down.
Hell.
Can we talk about what actually happened today? What happened? Rather than like you arguing in your Discord with fucking lasagna, whatever his name is.
Discord. I'm trying to make the app showcase it in a way that.
No, he's talking about before.
No, I mean earlier today. Because I scrolled through it after it all happened. But
I didn't realize you guys were even.
Because everyone told me you went to the gym.
Yeah, I went to the gym. I could not hold the bar straight to save my fucking life. I think I could have done more weight, but it's not worth it. Like, you're just gonna hurt yourself. I put 60 on to warm up, 20 kg aside, 20.
That's stupid to warm up on 60 kg when you haven't gone to the gym in 8 years.
Yeah, so I did a rep. It was a bit wobbly. I was like, I'll go down a bit. You know, so I slapped on 40 and it was the same wobbliness. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna hurt myself doing this. That's how.
Why wouldn't you just go down to like 20 or 10?
Well, 20 is nothing on the bar, mate, because it's 20 kg bar.
So why wouldn't you just do the bar?
Who the fuck just does the bar?
A lot of people just do the bar.
I mean,
I
could have kept doing.
Particularly people who haven't gone to the gym in 8 years.
My arms didn't hurt, my chest didn't hurt. I will say the side of my left side of my back started to hurt like an hour or two into the dog walk. So this is after the gym. I've gone all the way across town, got the dog, took the dog out for a walk, and then I was like, "Oh, that stings a bit." So I'm guessing I may have hurt myself a little bit, but it's so hard to tell. But yeah, that's. I reckon my back's not strong enough because I think that's what would cause the stability issue.
I think it might be just you're not strong enough in general, which is nothing wrong with, by the way.
Yeah, but like I wasn't. So like,
the argument you're making doesn't make sense. That's just like saying I can't run a marathon because I don't have the I don't have the cardio for it.
What do you mean? That's exactly how a marathon works. Like what?
But that's exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So you're saying that I could run a marathon, I just don't have the cardio for it.
Well, the thing with the
that means I can't run a marathon.
Well, it depends on what you classify
the internet
running.
semi-agreed with me. I didn't bother getting heaps of sources on it, but it seems like if your bar's really wobbly, it's a common thing for beginners, which makes sense. They haven't done it in ages.
Yeah.
And part of it is form and technique, and like obviously, but going down weight should have made that better. The other things that can be is like your lats and rotator cuffs, which I assume. Like I assume those are just.
But it's also because you're not strong enough, though, right?
Well, that's a strength aspect. So if your rotator cuff and lats are stronger.
So yeah, it's not that you're strong enough.
Weak. I'm getting probably too specific with it if one failed.
No. Because when
I'm saying I'm weak enough, I'm just saying because I don't just like work out my back randomly. Like it's really easy to work
I
out
know.
arms and chest. I can just do some push-ups.
Correct. So when you're gonna have, if you want to increase your max rep of your fucking deadlifts or whatever exercise. What were we fucking talking about? Bench press. Sorry, not deadlifts.
It was the first thing that popped up by the way.
I know. Don't get one guide. I'm gonna defend you here a little bit. Okay, you are like, your argument with vegetable is kind of insane. You went to the gym after claiming you could do 200. You went down 120, and then 60 was hard, and then you're arguing with vegetable in your Discord about
200. I never claimed that I was going to clear 200. I really want to make that clear. As I was like, I could maybe do 200.
Bro, you were pulling up
to that point.
The fact that you said even maybe when you struggled with 60 is crazy. 40 is crazy.
Well, yeah. Like, so here's where I get annoyed at the term struggle. The bar was wobbly.
That's because you were struggling with the bar,
but I would have eventually like hurt myself.
That means you're not strong enough to lift that weight, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we're not trying to shame DG. I even said, if you remember on the podcast, I could do 80, and then I backpedaled to like 60 would probably be my max. Okay,
I really want to make this clear. Like the 60 went up and down easy, not a problem. It just went. I was like, okay,
that means you're not strong enough.
That's not good.
That's dangerous.
That's horrifying.
Let's go down, and then it went. I was like, that's really weird. That should not be happening. I'm gonna have to address something.
You don't have enough strength to hold up the bar steady.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have a very specific thing.
Yes, it is.
If you go down, you should get stronger, not stay the same. Like it's not like
DG,
20% more stable, dropping down 20.
You have all kinds of other smaller muscles that help you with like your stability of the bar.
Dude, it's like the shoulders and back, I thought.
Yeah, it is, but it's also like it's everything. Like your forearms, your grip strength, everything has to help you with that. It's also your chest, right? Your chest has to be able to.
Chest is meant to be the main thing. I just didn't really hurt my chest. I've done that before.
Yeah, I know, but that might be because like that wasn't, dude. It's okay. Like this is just a general thing. When anyone does any kind of movement they haven't done in a while, the strong parts of your body, like so your biceps maybe or your chest or whatever, they will overcompensate to push that weight, right? And the other bits that you are lacking are what is like making you wobble. So you got 60 kilos up purely off of like certain muscle groups that you have strength in already, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you're missing the other muscle groups that help with your balance of it.
I think a lot of stability on the bench comes from your back, and I realized thinking about it that maybe I've had a weak back for a while, because I did do that injury to one of my, actually both my shoulders on stream doing 20 push-ups back to back to back till I made it happen.
Do you now knowing all this, do you understand why, particularly me, I'm not going to talk for everyone else, that we were so critical of it? And do you think it's like it was well-founded criticism?
It definitely is well-founded in the fact that I couldn't do it.
Which we knew that, but you kept telling us that you would be able to.
Well,
and we tried to tell you that what you're saying was a little bit delusional. So, back when I was a Skeletor, I fucking did 100, but it wrecked my arms because there was I didn't even have tricep muscles. That's a new development for me. Is the concept of tricep muscles. I was actually worried about them when they first appeared because I'd never had them. Right? Like I was like, what the fuck is this in my
I'm kind of doubtful. I like DJ. I'm not trying to. I know. I'm kind of doubtful that it was even 100 kilos, man. Like maybe it was. Maybe you were doing more activity back then. But 100 kilos is
even if
insane.
It was no activity for 8 years that you still think you can perform at that level is just it's crazy, and that's what we were trying to say.
I didn't expect my back to get weaker. That's what.
Okay, all right, cool. You didn't expect it, but everyone else did. Okay, we knew that you weren't going to be able to do it. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Okay, it was us kind of just to check you in because you have a lot of outlandish things that you say, right? And there's been many a times where we've said, "Hey, that's not right. We think you're being a little bit silly, right?" And this is the first time that we were able to have real evidence to say that.
The problem here is there's two sides to this where people go, "You're
There's
fat and out of
not.
shape," not realizing that.
No one said that. We're not saying that
I've
here.
worked really hard to get to this point. I get that, like, no one gives a shit.
I don't want to talk about that because there's no weight. You worked really hard. How much weight have you put on?
Oh, it would have been way heavier at one point, but it took ages to bulk up. I had to literally.
So this is an act. You're choosing to be this weight.
Yes. Bro, I lost 10 kg
that is insane.
in 3 weeks before fucking Christmas. All because I stopped soda. Like, it's not hard to lose weight. I can lose
you
it
understand
tomorrow.
how insane
My
that
goal
is?
to be fitter.
Wait, what is the health benefit of being overweight?
Of having body fat? You want to know the health benefit of having body fat?
Of being overweight.
Well, the overweight would be argued as having body fat. So I've spent most of my life sub 10% body fat.
Okay, but you're not now though, right?
No, I'd be like.
So what's the health benefit of being where you're at now? Why would you actively work hard to get to this point?
Because it's very unhealthy to be very low body fat.
Would you maybe argue that it's a bit unhealthy to be on the other side of that?
No, like, this is swung to the other side. I'm just trying. There's a thin line here where I accidentally rebuff my metabolism.
Well, I drink my third beer and a glass of wine.
This has been so much work to get here. Like, I'm actually worried. Last time I went to the gym, so it's part of the reason that I'm so worried about actually regularly going to the gym. It took me less than a month to take myself from 80 kg to under 70, where technically I'm meant to have gone to hospital, but I just am too stubborn and they can't make me do shit. But like, it's really dangerous when you start getting like that low.
10% I would say not bad though. 10%, 5% is like
10% is probably what I was at 80. The goal would be, 15, somewhere between 10 and 20% is probably a healthy range of body fat. Obviously, I'm a decent bit over that. I'm more worried about going under it than over it.
I thought I would see this as like maybe like kind of like a humbling experience for yourself, and then you'll be like, okay, I need to like rein in on like some of the crazy shit I say. But then you just come out with this now, and it just makes me think that you haven't really acknowledged what has actually happened today.
I can say less stuff. So this is part of it. I sort of had an argument with some guy. Do people just want me to say it? Because I can just not tell you guys things. Like it's not.
It's not so much
about that though. It's more about.
It's not about that. What the issue that we had is for Todd and I was we weren't even saying anything, and you're like, nah, I can outlift them. You don't know, but
you
like
realize
you didn't.
that people in chat are saying that, right? Like,
no, we have no wait.
We have the clip.
Yeah.
You said that.
And that you could beat everyone up or whatever. No, DJ, you're
Todd can fucking do this. Todd can do that. I'm like,
just let them say that.
Sure,
you go that extra step and go to this crazy land, and then you just wrap both of us in and be like, yeah, I can fucking outlift them both combined. I can beat anyone who's ever watched my stream.
It's not like I went, oh yeah, let's call out Ntys and Todd.
Sure, but like. Though. That's like
no, you guys are already being called out as being stronger than me in my chat. Hence,
okay.
Like
no,
that.
we were. We did, but the thing is, half these people I don't even know.
Just like, I don't. Yeah, bro. Like,
we know
what do you mean? Has fucking Sam and Necro been at the gym with me and seen how much I can lift? I've not claimed any of that on stream once. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't.
To be fair, it's not Sam and Necro saying.
No, I know, but you know what I mean. Like anyone, name anyone. Like, have they been at the gym and they spotted me with like my lifting? No. So it's like they're just saying shit. And the only reason why we bring it up is because you're like, I can outlift Ntys and Todd.
Yeah.
I could lift 200 kilos. Of course we want to talk to you about it.
Yeah.
Okay? Like that's okay.
That's because other people brought it up.
I know.
You get that, right?
You say it though. Why are you blaming other people?
I wasn't like playing AV and went, Time to call out Ntys.
No, yeah,
Very
I get.
important.
I think
we're not
call out Ntys.
Sure. Someone mentioned my name beforehand, but no, you're the one that comes out and says I can outlift them both combined.
I just want to. Can I just jump in? I feel like DG as well. I hope you know that me and Ntys also sort of like we don't care. Okay, we're doing the podcast. Like we've talked about this with you multiple times. Like we're doing the podcast with you. Like where the three of us are like together with the podcast. So it's like if you call like talk about us or specifically say Todd and Ntys XYZ, and then we get sent clips, then like, yeah, if it's interesting or crazy or whatever, then we'll bring it up on the podcast. Otherwise, it's like, sure, whatever. Who cares? You know?
My arms aren't flat. I don't understand. Like,
don't read the chat.
Why are you getting soloed by one person in chat?
I get
this is the issue. This is the issue with you. You can't, like, you just get soloed so easily.
You're literally saying right now to us that your excuse is that some guy in chat made you say this shit, and you're reading the same guys in the chat, bro.
But like, I didn't like it. It wasn't like I'm like harboring some fucking like attack. It just came up. You know, it wasn't like. It wasn't like it was like pre-planned. Like nothing's thought out. But people are having a go at me.
Okay, all right. Well, can you just repeat that? What did you just say?
It wasn't pre-planned. It's not like I was thinking about it.
It was did you say it wasn't well thought out?
Oh, it definitely wasn't well thought out.
And that is cool. That is what we're saying is a lot of the stuff that you say is not well thought out.
It wasn't like well thought out. Like, what do you mean?
I don't know. What do you mean when you say, what do you mean? That makes any sense. That our issue is what you say. You just say things for the sake of saying it.
But it wasn't like it wasn't some really well thought out fucking point.
Then why
That's fine
say
though,
it then?
but yeah.
Yes.
Because like, what I just stream and say nothing. Like people say,
no, that's
I react
no. Yeah, that's fair.
God, it's like talking to a brick.
No, wait. Actually, to be fair, DJ is fair saying his chat says shit, he reacts to it. That's 100% valid. I do the same shit every time I go live.
Like maybe I need to ban more cunts that bring up.
No.
It's because people always talk about the street fighting thing as well, and it kind of annoys me because it wasn't exactly a great point in my life. I brought it up drunk once, and then it's been brought up like
wasn't once. It was multiple times. I've even asked you about it.
Yeah, I get it. It's my most viewed clip is me saying take COVID more serious because you would take a guy with a baseball bat serious. So I just, you know.
To be fair, I have seen that clip.
I didn't word it as well as I probably should.
Oh shit!
Let in with the.
Is that what you said? I'm getting one guide at the moment.
You're so tough. Your life's been crap. I'm like,
I'm getting one guide at the moment. Did you really say Ntys could only outlive me if he was one of the best powerlifters in Australia?
I said that on the last podcast.
And you genuinely think that now, or you understand that that's insane?
No, my back's too fucking shit.
Yeah, okay. So you know that. So you were wrong then, right?
Yeah, I was wrong.
Oh, there you go.
No one said the whole point of me posting that is going. Yeah, shit. I'm a lot worse at doing bench than I thought I was, and I'm gonna.
But this is what we're trying to say. We're just trying to rein you in on some of the crazy shit that you say. Because this is what happens. You say this crazy shit.
What does it say?
And then you say this crazy shit, and then people go at you again to say more crazy shit.
Fuck it up. The crazy shit is fine, but it's like if me and Ntys want to bring it up and like discuss it with you, because a lot of this too is also like how we're trying to help you with some of this shit too, bro. You know what I mean? We say you could lift 200 kilos, and me and Ntys are like, no fucking way. And then we get into an hour-long argument over it. And then you go to the gym, and you're like, yeah, I did 60, and then I went down to 40 kilos. You know what I mean?
Fair,
like,
I didn't max, like that. The whole point of that is I didn't max out. There was something not right.
I just want to, wait. Before we, I don't want to, wait.
It was very
it was a struggle.
Yeah, it's a struggle.
And then I dropped it down.
So that means you probably
dangerous. I was like,
then that means you probably couldn't go any higher than 60, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I just want to point out, I want to DG, I do want to actually fucking congratulate you for backing up what you said. You went to the gym.
Yep.
You fucking put your not so much the money where your mouth is, but you did go because
it did cost me some money, but I'm not.
True.
Worried about it. I'm
well,
happy
fucking
to find out
veggie
that
lasagna's
I'm not
supposedly
strong
gonna
enough to do it.
reimburse you. Yeah,
You know,
but that's actually I feel that's like a good. I
And
feel like this is a
I'm
good
thankful
thing.
for it, because like God forbid I actually had gone through with that javelin, the damage I would have done to my back throwing that javelin full ball would have been.
Okay, just before we go, then just before we go,
I'm right about it being my back, because
so okay,
I have to
so
be a
can we admit
medical
that you
expert.
probably wouldn't be able to throw a javelin at an Olympic level then, given
No,
what's happened today?
I'd put myself in hospital if I tried.
Okay, so you wouldn't be able to?
With it. No, I wouldn't be able to do it because I'd.
Okay, so
we're
2-0. We're 2-0, Todd.
2-0.
We're killing it. We're killing it. We're killing it.
Okay.
We're killing it.
Oh, Twitch, don't ban me, cunt. I'm on the grass. What do I do?
What
I need to get.
You broke your back trying to throw the javelin.
As I've just torn every muscle in my back, trying way too hard to do something I hadn't done for 15 years. Yeah, in hindsight, the back is not strong enough to do this, and we're gonna have to work out a way to buff it out. Assuming it is the back, I'm
Okay, just one last one, and then I've really got to go. Does that mean that you admit that you wouldn't be able to beat Israel in a fight, Izzy?
I mean, so the other bit of this is it also means that if I was to throw a punch full bore, I'd probably tear my back.
Do your back, probably.
Now, the question is, can I beat Izzy without doing that? And that
probably not.
Again,
right?
Izzy's like, not to disrespect Izzy, he's a point fighter, right? Like
he's gonna be pissed when he sees this, dude.
Like he's not like just knocked everyone fucking out, right? Like he's not a huge heavy hitter, right? We can all admit that he's like the Anderson Silva. He's very clever with it. I don't think being clever with it really helps in a street fight. That's why specifically I find Izzy a bad case study.
Okay, so do you think you'd be able to beat him in a fight? Yes or no? Still,
it depends where it is. Like in the MMA cage,
down the road for you, like two doors down from your house.
No, he's not fucking beating me in the street.
He's not beating in the street.
I also don't think.
All right, so we're still okay. So we're 2-1. We can't convince you that you wouldn't be able to beat a UFC fighter. Okay.
Not a UFC. There's plenty of UFC. I'd be way more scared with Dan Hooker. Like the way Dan Hooker fights translates to the street. Like, okay, so a really good example of this is Tai Tuivasa. Tai Tuivasa is a well-known street fighter in Sydney, or at least he was.
We're 5 minutes. We're 5 minutes over. You want to escape, Ntys?
Yes. He's like 0-6 in the UFC in heavyweight, which is the easiest division.
Easiest, by the way. Okay.
Yeah, well, the heavyweight is big guys smack each other, someone goes down. In terms of skill, like if Izzy got up to 265, he would mop the floor until he was top 5. Like he would cut through a lot of those guys like they're nothing. He'd just beat them. Look at Cyril Gane. Izzy could be the next Cyril Gane, right? Actually, Izzy would probably be better than Cyril Gane if he could get to that weight cleanly. Because he's got the skills.
Good night, everyone.
Yep, see you later.
See you guys. Ntys out here.
No fucking fight.